Note. What I'd like to do is to take about 15-20 minutes of questions. I ask only, as I was telling my workshop on Saturday, 3 things: that you ask a question, actually frame a question, ask a question, and ask a question, not a statement followed by a little question. And we will respond accordingly. I'm sure your questions will be directed more to Rupert than to me. So, any takers? Vanda?
I felt it was quite encouraging in terms of the last visual arts competition that was held. And perhaps if you've attended some of the, 2 questions if I may, and you've attended some of the, at least one of them, 2 of them, and do you see from the discourse that I saw, sort of the level of engagement on some of the young and not so young writers, and does that lead you in the direction of something a bit more hopeful that is actually going on and not so hidden?
I didn't want to give the impression I was without hope. I was completely astonished at the quality and the volume of work that came out of the art competition, the visual arts competition. There was work there done in sculpture that really could have graced any museum anywhere in the region or beyond. And some of the quality of the paintings really was extremely high. I was astonished and really very pleased at what I saw. Having said that, I have to say that I think that we could do a lot more in relation to our artists than we're presently doing. Many of them, Winston Strick, Desmond, people who are actually producing good work. We need to find some mechanism to put some money into the artistic community. I remember, I think it was towards the end of Manly's period in Jamaica when they had actually passed a law that a small percentage, I think it was 0.001% of all new building, whether it's public buildings or any building that would be open to the public, that this money would go towards have paintings or sculptures or something would get back into the artistic community. And I think that is something that needs to be considered, because there are a number of people out there, and I think really just require a little bit of encouragement. At the moment, there's a very, very limited scope for actually selling your art in the region, and sometimes there are very unrealistic prices that they're putting on their particular pieces of work, and largely that has to do with the fact that not many people are actually acquiring. So there's that. In terms of the writing workshops, for instance, when Jeremy and so were here, what I saw there was again very encouraging in terms of the commitment that people brought to trying to understand how to write better and ask fundamental questions about literary creativity and so on. And I was very encouraged by all of that. My fear, though, is that, and this perhaps is where the less than hopeful part of it comes, my fear is that they are operating, again, in a context, in an environment that is not supportive of the activity. This is my real fear. If you're a writer, you need readers. If you're to have readers, people have to be able to read. And as a writer in this situation, when you look at what is being read out there, who is reading, what are they reading, and so on, you're not encouraged to write. That is my real concern.